Hello everyone. I wanted to create a video just to start for the summary analysis response intro so that it's easier for you and me to explain this next essay, at least just the start of it. And so we're moving into this longer essay. This one is worth the most points of all the essays in the class, and we'll spend the most time on it. The essay consists of 3 parts. You're going to write a summary, which is actually pretty short and relatively painless. You're going to write an analysis, and then you're going to write a response. The analysis is objective. The response is where you get to interject your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, your suggestions even. And so, again, it's a step-by-step guide. So, like, right now, I don't even have a document for the summary analysis response. I don't want you to start actually writing the essay because you actually can't write the essay until you do some reading. So the first part of this essay is to determine what reading you're going to do. And so what I've got here are 8 different themes, and I would show you on my camera, but my Chromebook camera isn't working. I got all of these essays from a book called Rereading America, and there's an old version of Rereading America, and then there's a newer version, and I read a ton of essays this summer and incorporated some newer ones into our assignment, or into this assignment for this year. I kept some of the old ones. And what you will find for this essay is that you're going to hopefully choose an article or an essay. So I use those words interchangeably. You're writing an essay, but you're also reading what would be called an essay. And so these are all essays that were published in this book. It's a college level text, if not beyond. And all of these readings are complex readings. Some of them are all of them lean on your understanding of history. You're going to have to do some research maybe to understand some of the concepts that you'll read about in them. So it's not going to be a quick, easy read. So I need you to really focus on what it is that you're interested in, and I want you to choose an article that you can connect to and that you want to write about. And so I really need you to make a good decision. That being said, there's not going to be any repeat essays, meaning there's not going to be 2 students that are writing about the same essay. There are plenty of options. There's not just 8. Within these 8 categories, there are several choices for essay options. So your job right now is to read through the 1 through 8 and figure out where do I maybe want to try out some of the essays in that spot. And so I do want to point out what the word myth is used in all of them, right? And so a myth is like a widely held but false belief. And so people believe it, but it's often not true or isn't true. So for example, if you ask yourself, what is the harmony at home, the myth of the model family, you can imagine that some of these essays, all of them, would be about the myths, the false beliefs of what is considered the model family, or what is considered having harmony at home. So I know I'm asking you to read into this a little bit, but this is where you need to start to figure out what you want your topic to be. Money and success, the myth of individual opportunity. So, like, what's the false belief of the fact that is there always individual opportunity for all? Is it equal? You can go through and read all of these yourself and determine, and this is what I would do. I would determine my top 2, maybe 3, and then I would decide, okay, yep, these are the 2 or 3 that I'm going to settle on, and I'll read a couple from each of those. You cannot read the whole essay. Again, this will take too long. And part of this is it's a little bit of a time crunch. For those of you who like to get into the weeks well in advance and get into the information, you'll have a little bit of a leg up because it is a first come, first serve as far as the essay choices. So let me explain. Here's the link to the article choices. Again, you'll see that link. I will put in the agenda here, you've got the slides without the video. So you'll be able to click on that link. When you click on that link, it takes you to this document. And this is where you can find all of the links to the articles. And I do want to point out that they are like PDFs of I'm going to find one that is more common, where it's me copying pages from the textbook. And so they're sideways or none of them are upside down. But you'll have to maybe do a little bit of work to read the first couple pages and decide, nope, I'm not going to do causes of prejudice. I kind of like discharging debt, but I kind of also like schools and morals. Then you decide between those two, and then you ultimately decide. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Schoology, which is not open on my screen. Thought I had it open. You'll see the discussion post in there, and all I'm asking for is, this is my way of vetting who got theirs first, I guess. So it says article choice discussion post, write the title and author's name. Please do this correctly. So what is the title of your article? What is the author's name? Explain why you're interested in the topic, and I'm asking one short sentence. This is fast, okay? Now, you have to read the other discussion posts. If your article is chosen by someone else and they posted before you, you need to make a different choice. Every student in the class will have a different article. So post your new choice until you know. So post your new choice until you know another student hasn't chosen that one. Does that make sense? So if you have to repost another choice, you'll have to do that and then until you get yours. So you have to maybe have 2 or 3 backups so that you can get at least one that you want to do. There are lots of options. Again, if I go back to this, there are several to choose from, and so just beware of that, and you'll have to use your skills to do this quickly, okay, so that you can get the one that you want. So if I go back into here, the other piece is that discussion post, and then finally in Schoology, just to make it a little bit easier for me, because I will print these for you and I'll have these available for you so you don't have to worry about that. If I go into week 6 and I see the article choice part right here, this last thing, the instructions are at the top. It says type your first and last name next to the article choice. So this is, you can edit this and just put your name next to yours so I know which one you chose, and then I will print it for you and I will have a record kind of who's got what. It'll be just a little bit easier for me. And I'll have them available in my room for you to pick up. So if you have any questions about these next steps, again, the first goal is to get the article in your hands that you hopefully was one of your top choices. Then the next goal is to read and annotate, and you're going to do one round of annotations that will just include reading and looking up words you don't know, reacting to the text a little bit. We will be circling back and doing further annotations kind of together, but that's your first goal, is to get your article read, which will take a decent amount of time. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, but all of them are pretty complex. So if you have any questions, please reach out, but that's our next step in the summary analysis response assignment, which is the next essay that you'll be working on. Thanks.